cool.
It's pretty incredible that we're only on Wednesday and we're already seeing huge names in the draw. We just saw Connor Coffin win that last heat, and check this one out. A couple of friends of yours in this heat. Jadson Andre, Tomas Hermes, Nate Yeomans, and Wyatt McHale. We got veterans versus rookies from all over the world. Another incredible matchup. 30 minutes on the clock. The lineup is alive. So many waves coming through. We've seen some incredible scores, big airs, power surfing, something for everybody. What have you seen so far today that's impressed you, Dane?
They're mining to huge air 360s, and you're like, oh my gosh, but you know, Jaddy right here, you know, guys linking up those two-turn combinations is pretty much a good indication that the score is going to be pretty good. But yeah, I like surfing in a variety of ways. There's no bad way to do it. So these guys are kind of showing me the whole spectrum, and it's exciting.
I love the fact that, you know, look at the energy that these guys are putting out. Talk about froth. I mean,
whoa,
there's a lot going on right there. He was pretty much putting on the afterburners on the inside. Look at split peaks, two guys on one wave, another replay right here. Watching these guys just blow tail. I mean, you got to love watching the froth coming out of these guys.
Yeah, and that's my boy Yeomans right there from San Clemente, man. I love Yeomans. He's such a good dude, and he's sending it still to the inside section. Look at that aerial view. It's a bit of a milk show right there, and he's absolutely laying it back. So, Big Daddy Yeomans, we're cheering for you, brother. That was a hot ride. So, you know, able to blow the tail off that second snap.
And enjoy that.
Yeah, we got Wyatt McHale. He's a Vans team rider from Hawaii on a kind of a clean-looking left-hander. Let's see if he can kind of jam another snap up there. He's a young gun to the situation, but he's awfully enthusiastic strider. He's a classic kid. We got to spend a lot of time with him in Hawaii this year. He's got a funny personality, but he's taking apart this wave on the big show right here, one last snap. So
he's grown about a foot, huh, in the last year.
You can tell when the kids hit that age and they just start sprouting. Their boards must be changing rather quickly. But Tomas Hermes, he's just a little ninja. You know, he rides for Vans as well, and he's one of my favorite small wave surfers I've ever seen. He's just so compact, so it's pretty cool.
Nate Yeomans now getting involved, looking for the big straight air, no grab, levitating, clearing a section.
Big Daddy
with
Yeomans.
That front side air, you gotta love it because you're almost at this point expecting a rotation. But when someone does a big, nice front side, lofty ollie like that, it is really a thing of beauty.
It looked like
so in the zone right here. I mean, look at that wall. It looks like macaroni's Indo, and you're just gonna look for this little section to pop one into the wind, and absolutely easy days on that landing there, Strider. And
he cleared about 20 and a nickel on that flight path, huh?
Just wanted to get up to the pier and see what was going on up there, but you know, I think this was a previous wave of Tomas that we watched on the inside, and he's so compact. I mean, yeah, have you gotten to see this guy absolutely explode in some miniature conditions? And he just is, he's dynamite, you know?
He's got a lot of speed, a lot of flow, and you can see that all the way through that, really kind of rolling rail to rail. Here's the replay of the Grom that you were talking about from Hawaii, and beautiful surfing right there. Actually threw the fins out on the backside right there on that second turn, made the connection and finished off on the inside. So I'd call him a grommet.
Yeah,
right.
He's a grommet in growth. I don't know. Look at him; he's so massive and tall, and he's doing his thing. And I mean, what a cool experience that Vans provides, getting him in here for this experience to compete against the highest level.
We got scores coming through now. 22 minutes to go. This live action. Jadson Andre. He's looking for the ramp. He gets it. Kind of a nose pick, tail high reverse there for Jadson. He's been doing those for years at this point, and there you see full body commitment. This wave flattening out somehow. Jadson still going, makes the connection all the way to the beach. That was impressive to stay with that wave. Scores dropping through. Nate Yeomans, his last wave for that big frontside air, 4.33. Add that to the 5.5. He's got the lead. Hermes in second. 5.5 for him is the high for his second scoring wave. Andre.
Watching him re-qualify last year was just amazing.
Yeah, he's an absolute, you know, he's just he's the epitome of enthusiasm, and I just love it when he's surfing. It's explosive, it's dynamic, and he's going to put every ounce of energy he has into every little thing. I mean, I love him. He's not really moving that fast, and all of a sudden he's getting his board speed up to going warp speed onto the inside connection. And Jadson, you know, he's just unreal surfer, and you know, U.S. Open highlights those that can really enthusiastically work their way through the inside and blast off one last snap on the inside. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, for me, I felt even last year I didn't do all the QSs. I just really wanted to focus on the CT since I'd finally made it, and I'd been doing the QS for so many years. I didn't want to feel like I was, kind of putting half effort into each. Not that you're trying to put half effort.
Wyatt and McHale in fourth, both needing just above average scores. Here goes Jadson again, this wave with third priority, pulls into a barrel, somehow finds the exit going Mach 3 straight through the pier into a big closeout slam. Where did that wave come from?
I think that we've seen a lot of those waves, but nobody wanted to commit to the barrel because they weren't sure how it was going to get scored. We're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen. We just high-fived just now.
Oh my
Godowskis. That was a great wave.
Yeah. Now, where will that score? Because we haven't seen a barrel like that yet.
He did about 6 turns after where it's on the north side of the pier, so I mean he definitely maximized, cashed the chips in, but there, right by the pier, Strider, I mean,
look at this replay. He's going to pull it up. He's looking for a lip line, but then all of a sudden he's like, no, I'm in the barrel. Flies through the other side. He's going just mock, and look at this slam. Bingo. Oh, in the lip. Throws the tail, comes back to the backhand, starts cracking away again. Gets like 3 more turns off, comes to the inside. He's not done yet. He wants more. He's going to go say hi to the fans over there on the north side.
And he's just going fast the whole way through. I mean, you don't see that much speed carrying through pier filings that often, but Jadson's just an animal, and gosh, he just got shacked at Huntington Beach.
That was really fun to watch. Now, we've seen a lot of waves do that out here this morning. I've seen tube after tube, a couple waves even spitting, but the competitors not electing to go for the barrel, probably thinking just that they have to get the big maneuver in, but look at that.
He didn't give the judges a choice, did he? They have to throw a huge number at him, and they do an 8.33. That was definitely the tube of the event. And if you
and Tomas and his girlfriend Anna, they're so sweet. They're the nicest people, and it was heartbreaking to see that finish. And that's what's been amazing to see Tomas bounce back with the enthusiasm. He's, I mean, obviously overcoming an injury by any means is rough, and that process is, you got to be super strong to bounce back, and then to come back after barely missing on requalification. And this is the best serving of his career right now, and this year he's bringing it hard. So
yeah, he's over the world just tearing it up, but I mean you can see it right here, straight up into the bowl. Nice whip, cracks it vert right down.
Oh yeah,
he's got him.
That was a sweet wave right there. I mean, Tomas has got to be feeling good. Anytime you're getting 2 clean crisp snaps out the back at Huntington, and then you're working it over on the reform, and it opens up for one last little juice at the juice bar right there. And Tomas is he's got a spirit of a lion in him, and representing Brazil down there in South America. So he's got that passion, and he's got a love for surfing that's undeniable.
But you also do this around the world. I've seen Stokerama events on the west side or the east side in Hawaii. I've seen them all over the place.
Yeah, with our schedule, it's you're trying to find the opportunities that you can kind of make it happen, and it's been great. We've been able to kind of have a couple events at different venues, and we always do one at T Street back home. And then we kind of move it around from there. We had a great experience at McHale Beach a couple years back, and then this past couple years we've been at 9th Street for the HB community, so it's so much fun.
Not much in events at this scale. We'll see what he does with it. And here we go, Wyatt McHale on his backhand. Gets a little hung up on his opening turn, and that's all she wrote for that wave. Wyatt goes down, handing over priority to Tomas Hermes, who does, on the flip side of that, have tons of experience in QS events.
Maybe you could have waited for a better wave. As we're seeing Yeomans here with second priority, he's about to get footloose here. Nice little soul carve and working his way through the soup. One more bash on the end section. It's probably going to need a little inside rebate here to kind of bump up that score to the next level. But Yeomans, you never know. He goes disco. We always joke with him. We're like, Big Daddy Yeomans, you can still go disco, baby. Still got the flow.
He's still got pop, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You just never know what you're going to get out of him is what you're talking about, right? And then I think that's great to be at that level, to have that in the back pocket for him just to be able to come out with something you're not sure you're going to see.
Yeah.
Negotiate. It's hard to navigate through all that stuff. So he got a little setup snap, a little, dare I say, flatten in this milkshake section right there. So I think he did well with what he had, but he's going to have to try and find a way with a little more substance, I think.
Yeah, and he only needs a 5.64, so it's going to be a, right there touch and go situation. But as we're watching Jadson right here, boof. Oh, sweet.
A lot of these errors are being attempted with a really quick oncoming lip. Really getting the best of the field. As we pause real quick, we're going to take a look at Wyatt McHale, who's trying to get back into this heat. He's looking for a 6.96, a couple turns out the back. He's got some momentum coming towards the beach. This could be a good section for Wyatt. He's got a lot of speed. He's looking for something. Whoa. The section didn't really open up for him, but he did make the maneuver nonetheless.
You can, when you see that perspective from the top, you can see kind of how flat that distance is that they got to really work their board through to get to the inside section. It's such an interesting perspective. It looks almost like they're just traversing through flat water. Yeah, it looks like it. So we got Nate. Wow, huge snap there. Can he actually tuck into a barrel? It's pretty hairball right there, wow. Nate. Oh my goodness. We're gonna stand by on that one, but it's heavy days in there by the pier pilings.
Here goes the last wave that we saw of him. Nice up into the lip, crack right there, getting elevated.
Archie-esque.
Some great surfing right there. And then coming to the inside, this is what you were talking about with the flow, right? You look like they're foiling almost. They got so much energy passing through. Bashes away, gets himself a little turn on the inside, puts out a lot of energy trying to get to that connection.
10 seconds to go. You see an excellent show of sportsmanship. Nate Yeomans congratulating Tomas Hermes, who is now back on track, trying to regain his top position on the qualifying series going into the end of the year. Jadson Andre taking the victory. We want to thank Dan Gudauskas for joining us. We're going to move on. The next heat sure to be another epic matchup. Stay tuned.